I remember the fire dancers from the Labyrinth.
Oh,
Yes,
yes.
yes.
And, and they would juggle their heads.
They pop their heads off and stuff.
Yeah. Are you saying that's what it reminds you of?
No,
or...
this is just a non sequitur. She's just talking about Labyrinth.
Hi, it's me, Bianca Del Rio, and welcome back to a new season of The Pit Stop. I will be your host for all things RuPaul's Drag Race for season 15. I just made that up. Okay, here we go. Hi, it's me, Bianca Del Rio, and I'm excited to announce that I will be your host every week for the official Drag Race... Official? No, I gotta do all of it. Hi, it's me, Bianca Del Rio, and I'm excited to... I'm not excited, I'm trying to think.
Where'd you come from?
Shut up, bitch.
Get her a drink, she'll do it one time.
I know, it's you! Hi, it's me, Bianca Del Rio, and welcome to a brand new season of The Pit Stop, which means we get a brand new season of RuPaul's Drag Race. I will be hosting the official recap series for season 15 every week here on the RuPaul's Drag Race YouTube channel. Finally, they had enough money to pay me. So, season 15 kicked off with a supersized premiere episode, so we thought it only seemed fitting to have two of the most talented contestants from the franchise, Jinkx Monsoon and BenDeLaCreme. Welcome!
Well, welcome to you.
Thank you.
So exciting that you're filming the new season.
Yeah, can you believe that? And you know, it's been a long time since I've seen you. We come from season 6.
Of course,
Yeah,
yes.
and Jinkx, season 5. But what's amazing is that we shared so much together. You have done so much in this short period of time. Producing, directing, acting, writing. I mean, it's amazing. How are you?
Thank you so much. I'm doing so well, yes. Touring the world, creating film and theater, and it's just been an absolute delight.
That is fabulous to hear. And Jinkx, what have you been up to?
This and that.
Great. So now, here we are. You girls, are you ready to get into the new season?
Do we have a choice?
Nope. So let's begin. All jokes aside, Jinkx, we're all here. We were all rooting for you, and congratulations on winning the Queen of Queens. Okay, so let's dive into season 15.
Can I just take a moment?
No! Only half-hour show.
I want to congratulate you on your new feet.
Okay, so for those of you that are watching, in the comment section, I just had foot surgery, so I'm wearing as what we call an orthopedic drag shoe. But I did show up to work.
I can't wait to see your shiny new set of toes. Do they match the ones in your mouth?
Rude. Dela, can you believe that it has been 8 years since season 6?
I can't believe it. I mean, we were both, what, in our teens then?
Yeah, we were. But I gotta ask you, does it seem so long ago, or does it feel like yesterday?
It feels like it started so long ago and continued into yesterday.
Ooh, good answer. Good answer. And Jinkx, season 5. Season 5.
Yeah, you know it predates your season, actually. I am your predecessor. Can you imagine?
Yes. This is like the prehistoric version before we developed into walking fully upright.
Well, if you don't feel old now, you will when we start going through this episode, because everybody is from TikTok.
I can't wait to find out what that is.
So we're gonna go right into it with the entrance looks. So I'm gonna ask both of you for your thoughts and views. Our first contestant, Miss Irene Dubois.
I love it. It's a sea anemone with comfortable footwear. I mean, why not marry those two ideas?
I actually met Irene at a show in Seattle,
Yeah.
where we all hail from at one point or another.
Mm-hmm.
I gave my number to her boyfriend, who was a server at the time. I was just a patron.
Yeah.
You know, I was just eating brunch there.
And that's what Jinkx thinks of the look.
What a beautiful story. I'm not sure if it's an elf, an ice-capade, or an ice-capade person who's an elf who went hiking. Does that make sense?
Sure. It
It's a
makes
look.
as much sense as anything about the look.
Our next contestant up is Miss Luxe Noir London.
This look
Loved
is absolutely beyond. And this feels like something that lives in the world of Bianca Del Rio.
Well, I mean, that's very flattering. I can't wear white anymore at my age.
Well, you haven't been a virgin for quite some time.
No, I just can't produce fluid. Anyway, the point is, I
She's
think
incontinent, Dela.
it.
I feel like it kind of has like a Bob Mackie Cher vibe to it.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
And a touch of David Bowie. And let's be real though, can you look at that picture and does the hair look 40 inches?
I've never put so much importance on amount of inches, you know, because you can get a lot done with 6 or 7.
Yes, but this is like a grinder 40 inches. They say 40 inches, but in person.
I'm happy with about 9 or 10, to be honest.
Oh, just a demure 9 or 10.
That explains why there's an echo in here. Listen, I don't understand this whole thing about my hair is longer so it makes me better. I start thinking about long hair and getting caught in my sequins. You can't wear long hair in a meet and greet because nobody can hug you. So I think it's pretty, but it's not necessarily practical.
And let's be real, what is drag about if not being practical?
Hello, look at us.
Sooner or later, you just stop wearing hair and start wrapping it up in whatever you got.
I must admit though, I think it's a great look. I really did enjoy the white. I thought that whoever made this suit gets an applause. And next up is Aura Mayari.
I have to resist wearing black for everything because, you know, you really have to wear like something fantastic if you're gonna wear black. Otherwise, you just kind of blend in.
And did you think that, I thought there was gonna be a reveal action going on here or something because it looked like a trench coat moment.
No, I agree. I was gonna say, I think it does look like she's ready for anything. It looks like she's ready to flash or sell some watches.
Yes.
She's dressed for battle, truly.
Next up is Marsha.
I love the reference. I love the bandaged nose. I'm curious to see where this reference can go. But I will say that it's very well executed.
It is. Next up is Anitra. And I gotta say, I love it. Yellow and black. My kind of bitch. Yellow and black.
You know, I'm not always a fan of like the headgear with no hair, but I think she's really making it work. It feels true to the energy she's bringing into the room.
That's a very diplomatic answer.
Thank you so much.
I like a post-apocalyptic look, seeing as the planet's dying, thoughts and prayers. But I love a bit of edge on Drag Race, you know. Well, hell, why not? Just, you know, keep her away from balloons.
She does.
Next up is Malaysia Baby Doll Fox.
This is exactly what I want.
It is.
I'm in love.
It's giving both glamour and camp.
We all agree that that's a fabulous look.
Yes.
That's a great look. Next up, Princess Poppy. Okay, the delayed response says it all.
Maybe we just didn't go quite far enough with this one.
My concern is that as an entrance look, it's a lot of white.
From the shoulders up, love it. From the shoulders down, I'm less enthralled.
Now, next up, we have Sasha Colby.
Oh.
Now, this is a warrior goddess look. I love.
Absolutely, yes. She came in just owning the room. The look is impeccable, but also the energy that she enters with just is, I'm just in love.
Yeah, true like performer, entertainer, who gets it, who knows what she's selling, and the body, come on.
And she's just one of those queens in the drag queen world, in the queendom.
Yeah.
I think, you know, tends across the board in that respect.
The world needs to catch up with what she's about to give. All right, so I have to ask the question, if you had to send anyone home, who would it be?
Oh, who would I send home? Well, it would have to be myself. Goodbye.
She loves doing that.
And we love seeing it. Wait, let me make it easier for you. What's your favorite look?
The fox.
The fox, okay, yes.
Malaysia.
Malaysia baby
yes,
doll
Malaysia
fox.
is absolutely my favorite, and I have to say that she made such an impression on me. She and Sasha are the two that are memorable to me,
Brilliant.
and it's hard to figure out who to send home
Yeah.
when you can only remember the two.
Jinxie, same question.
Well, I think definitely Malaysia was
Mm-hmm.
my favorite. For me personally, for an entrance look,
Yeah.
I was pretty impressed with Marsha's entrance look. It really did a similar thing to Malaysia's entrance look, where it gave you a whole story in one glimpse, you know?
I'm definitely intrigued. I'm intrigued to see where she goes.
For my favorites, it's a toss-up between Malaysia and Lux. I did love the jumpsuit, and I also just loved Malaysia for obvious reasons. That's it. Those two are my favorites, yeah. All right, now I must say, after the first 7 entrance looks, I was quite excited, but then we had an exciting moment. Then we had an entrance by what we thought was gonna be Vivacious and Ornacia, a familiar face. I was so excited, I was so happy, only to reveal who? Ariana Grande.
I know, and what a disappointment when you're assuming it's Vivacious.
Exactly. I mean, who is Ariana?
Can I just say, when that thing opened,
Yeah.
and like a bloomin' onion,
Mm-hmm.
Ariana came bursting forth. Didn't it take your brain a second to register that it was actually Ariana Grande?
Yes!
Yeah.
Like you thought for a second, like this queen has really got a look together.
And
then
beautiful.
You realize it's just Ariana Grande.
The real one.
The
Just,
real one.
I have to say, an absolute delight. Watching
A
her interact with these
delight.
queens. Oh,
They got Ariana Grande. In our season, we had Lainey Kazan. Tough times. The budget. The
she
budget.
didn't like my hair. She said it looked like a penis in a bandage.
So rude. So rude.
I don't mind a penis in a bandage.
You don't mind a penis in anything.
Give it to me in a tortilla, I'll take it.
Racist. Hi! We have the Ariana moment, but then things get even better because then Ru enters the room and says the new prize is $200,000.
I guess that's the new going rate.
$200,000, 16 queens. This is pretty amazing, right?
It's a lot of $100,000 too.
That's true.
Yeah, that's usually what it be.
Yeah.
That's double what it used to be, Bianca. And like, I don't know, maybe 8 times as much as poor Raja got.
We love you, Raja. How do you think the queens felt knowing that $200,000 is at stake?
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know how much it pays to own a TikTok account, but it seems like it's probably a big upgrade.
True, true.
My favorite is the orange TikToks. Or the Tutti Frutti ones.
Ah, yeah, got it.
Well, what do you think, Bianca, as somebody who is one of the most beloved winners to those who don't know you well? I mean, this is double what you won. Do your bitter thing.
Well, no, the truth. Do my bitter thing? I've got a whole season to do it. And then, after this big announcement of $200,000, Ru announces the first mini challenge. And in this, Ru announces that they're paying tribute to the very first photo shoot that ever happened on Drag Race 5,000 years ago.
This first challenge, it really does say a lot about each contestant, you know?
Yeah.
Like how rattled they get by it.
Jinx, do you ever remember your first photo shoot?
Oh, I mean, you know, what comes back to me in dreams, sometimes in the middle of the night. Yeah, I remember. I remember, you know.
Got it. Dela, what are your memories of your first photo shoot?
I actually thought we had it pretty easy because, you know, they'd done water, wind. I thought we were surely fire or going to be buried alive. Those
Another
were the elements
idea.
left. And all they did was make us jump into some old hip pads.
Oh, yeah, you got to jump off of things.
Yeah, we had a pillow fight. a pillow fight.
Oh, that's right.
Feathers. So we now know that they're going to get wet during this photo shoot. Now, do you think the key to this is pretending as though the water's
If they
not
play
there?
their cards right, they're gonna get wet during this photo.
Well, Bruno's there.
Hello, it's a different kind of wet. Do you think the best advice is to act as though the water's not there or to react to the water?
You gotta play to your strengths.
Agreed.
So I think if you're someone who, if you're prone to comedy, you might want to lean into it. You know, if you're someone who can pull off being sopping wet and still look like a sex bomb, then let her rip.
Well, but even then it only works if you're leaning into it, right? I mean, you have to make a bold choice.
Now, Jinkx, Lux calls Irene a swamp witch. Were you offended?
Honestly, I'm appreciative of any form of airtime that I get.
Yeah.
So if they reference me, if they bring me up in positive or negative context, at least people are talking about me. Because when they stop talking about me, I cease to exist.
Oh.
So clap your hands or I die. Can we edit me like fading into nothing?
Now, I'm curious to get your thoughts on Irene. I mean, she's coming in a bit strong.
Well, I have to wonder if it's something that's going to continue or maybe it's like first episode nerves, because it's a lot to go into that situation. But I do think that it's, at some point you have to settle in and read the room a little bit. I don't know.
I think part of longevity is creating a meme. So as long as you say something that can be, reposted time and time again, that's the rest of your career right there.
That's true. I mean, Miss Vanjie literally just said her name and walked backwards.
And look at her now. She owns everything. Opulence. References to the show.
Got it.
She just said her name and walked backwards.
She did. And then, in a shocking turn of events, Irene wins the photo shoot challenge.
Who would have thunk it?
Exactly.
Irene Dubois. Irene Dubois.
Yeah.
Someone explain the pun to me. I'm not getting this one.
It doesn't really matter. She doesn't last long.
Oh, God.
Spoiler! And then RuPaul announces that they are ready for the Maxi Challenge. Their Maxi Challenge is to create a show based on talent called One Night Only. The first 8 start choreography, which is quite challenging now because we can't decide who is going to choreograph.
I just want whoever is the most apt for the job to do that job.
Yeah.
I think egos have to be put aside and just put the show first.
But do you think the person who says, the self-proclaimed choreographer, always win? Or do you look at somebody and go, okay, she knows what she's doing. She knows what's strong. Like, I have no problem with looking at that person and going, this is your thing. This is your niche. Run with it. No threat to me. You've got the eye for it. You've got the skill set for it. But the people that constantly go, I'm this and I'm done and I'm gonna,
Well, and it's smart at this stage in the game to work as a group and to think about the group's success. And I think Sasha is so smart in this situation.
Sitting back.
She's
observing, but she knows that if she has to, she can step in
and whip it together.
If you were in the group and it was Aura and Marsha fighting over who should be dance captain, who would you follow?
I would say based on what I have seen, I would say Aura.
Yeah, well, she could probably bench press you, so you'd want to follow.
Next, we go back to the workroom where we get to meet the other 8 queens. And we're gonna go through their entrance looks now. So first up is Miss Selena S. Titties.
Selena S. Titties.
Is it titties or tiddies?
It's Titties.
Oh, Selena S. Titties.
S. Titties. S. Titties.
S. Titties.
S. Titties.
I love a story-forward entrance look. And I think this definitely accomplishes what we've been talking about, where you get who this person is in a glimpse, And you're gonna be saying S. Titties for the rest of the night.
I mean, it's not my aesthetic style.
No.
I'm just saying, I think it's
fitting,
clear.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Which could really be interpreted any number of ways.
Selena S. Titties.
S. Titties.
S. Titties.
S. Titties. Next up, we have Amethyst.
She's young.
Uh-huh.
She's thin and she's blonde, and she likes a nice, shiny fabric. But I gotta say, as far as like cutting to the confessionals, she's already my favorite. Amethyst, she cracks me up. I'll watch like a whole hour of just her confessionals.
Next up is Jinkx.
I'm curious to see more.
Safe yet again. Jinxie?
Here's your one chance, Fancy. Don't let me down. Because Reba McEntire also doesn't overdraw her upper lip.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a look. Yeah, got it.
I'm so sorry. My stomach just all of a sudden got upset.
Oh. STDs.
We all did.
STDs. Okay. Next up, we have Miss Lucy LaDuca.
Well, first of all, her body is banging.
It
Yeah,
is.
I really think she's got her proportions great.
Yeah, very Dolly.
It's all going well for her.
I like that tulip flare on the skirt.
Yes, I think the proportions are great, which is nice. A little cinched waist and having that little neckline. You know I love a neckline. I think it's a good look. I do.
Well, it's settled. Should we all go home?
Next up, we have Mistress Isabel Brooks.
I'm fully enthralled here. I like the color blocking in the hair, and she obviously has wonderful makeup skills. She looks banging.
See, to me, this is that drag queen I see everywhere I went when I was younger. You know, it's a complete drag look. It's nothing that was bought off the rack. Everything is heightened and exaggerated. The hair, the makeup,
And
I
it
wanted
feels
more.
old school in a really good way.
Next up, Miss Robin Fierce.
I'm finding that I'm having trouble figuring out exactly what's going on with it visually, and I think the color is a big piece of that. I actually love the hair, and I know she was getting clocked for a little bit of shine underneath it, but I love the style, and I think it's so becoming on her.
Now, I'm curious, what do you girls think about all of this Connecticut representation?
Well, I want to know what part of Connecticut, because I try not to let this information leak, but I did grow up in Connecticut. I did. Given my Connecticut experience, I am bewildered where the drag queens are hiding. Is it like just in little thickets in the forest? Is it those old stone walls are sort of buried in the ground? Like what is going on?
But don't you find that to be true anytime they say where they're from?
I mean, to be fair, here I am criticizing how they're saying where they're from. I claim Seattle as my home, which is my home in my heart,
Yes.
but I grew up in Connecticut, which is not my home in my heart.
Oh.
Suck it, Connecticut.
Sorry, Connecticut.
Last but not least, our final two that make an entrance together, Sugar and Spice.
I have followed Sugar and Spice for a while. There is something captivating about this sister act.
Yeah.
How far behind them?
And when they walked in together, I was curious if they were going to compete as a team. But no, they're going to compete against each other.
My question is then, what did you think of their looks?
I get everything about the looks, except I wish the hair contrasted more. Because everything about the looks from the shoulders down clearly correspond back and forth to each other. The hair isn't enough of a contrast to complete that idea for me.
I think the outfits could also be pushed further in that regard. I like the idea that, like, okay, we've got similar silhouettes. We're Bratz dolls, or we're off-brand sexy dolls with big heads, and but I do think that it's like I want to see more contrast.
First of all, I hope that I get to know specifically which one is Sugar and which one is
Are you kidding me?
Because I don't know the difference.
Are you kidding me?
What's
You
the
can't-
difference?
You can't look at those two and tell me which one is Sugar and which one is Spice.
Am I crazy?
Mama.
Which one's Sugar?
Basically, I fall right in the middle of both of your opinions, and you're both wrong.
Thank you, Jinkx. Now,
What I will say is following their Instagram.
Yeah.
I know that they do push it further like what Dayla's saying.
yeah, but
So
this
it's a
is
little
your chance.
interesting. It's a little interesting for an entrance look.
Agreed.
To have not gone as far as I've seen them go in.
Agreed. Who was your favorite?
My top two are Mistress and Amethyst.
It's
Dayla.
Mistress for me.
Mistress,
Yeah,
okay.
I think so. But what about you?
Well, I mean, it's a toss-up for me. Well, I do love Mistress. Let's get that in there. I thought the proportions on Lucy LaDuca were pretty amazing.
And twins. Remember that commercial?
No.
And twins.
Do you remember it now that she said it again?
Nope, repeat it one more time.
It was a beer commercial, and they were like, and twins.
Well, while we're on the subject of twins, how do you feel about twins competing?
Well, I don't know. Do my feelings matter?
No, but we're gonna ask them anyway because we've got to kill time.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see it. You know, it's just, it's something fun and new and different.
I think twins should have all the same rights as the rest of us.
Diplomatic. Diplomatic. So what do you think the other queens are feeling right now, knowing that twins are in the competition, that they're competing against each other, along with everybody else?
Well, it seems like any opinions about that are sort of overshadowed by just their opinions of the twins. She's up. Just sort of like general boisterousness, right? Like they're very chatty, they're very bubbly and effervescent, and they're clearly having a good time with each other, and it seems like that's maybe turning some folks off. But I have to say, I find it a little bit charming, and I wonder if it's gonna catch on.
If you can't handle some loud personalities, I think maybe you're in the wrong profession.
And then, another surprise, we get to see Ornacia back in the workroom again. And surprise, surprise, to our delight, it is revealed to see the one and only Vivacious. How fabulous is that?
I love her,
I do too.
and it's so nice to actually get that itch scratched, even if it's an episode late, because that entrance, to get to watch that entrance 3 times in the franchise.
We're the winners. We're the winners here.
We are.
So next, we see the queens doing their challenge, which is facing the wind and the elements. How do you think they did?
I have to say, of the elements I've dealt with in drag, wind is one of the more difficult ones.
Agreed.
I once did 12 hours in a dunk tank for charity, and if you do your makeup right, you're water sealed, and you can handle water for a while.
Now, what did you think of Spice's shower cap moment? And you saw Rue, you saw that response from Rue, kind of hinting at, is that what you want to do? Okay, if you,
What
all
an
right.
interesting choice. But
Yes.
then Rue came around to
Yeah, she
like,
seemed fine with
kind
it.
of enjoy it.
Yeah.
I don't know that it's my place to judge. It was not the choice I would have made.
I think, you know what? I always think it's bold to take a big swing. It was a big swing.
I've never worn a shower cap. Do they work? Do they keep this from getting wet?
I don't know. Bianca doesn't work.
It does work. I am protected from all elements at this moment. Yes. Now, Lucy LaDuca wins.
It sounds like poop, right?
What?
Dookie.
Is that what it's supposed to
No,
be?
I don't
LaDuca
know.
is an expensive shoe.
So it's like if I was named like Carly Capizio.
Completely. That is it. Carly Capizio. And now Rue brings all 16 queens together to do choreography for this big opening number. Now, I must tell you, our season 6, I do remember we did the double episodes, which was amazing.
Yes.
But did you feel that we were a little territorial when we were meeting as this group?
Well, you know, I felt like that was a thing a lot of people were feeling, is this sort of sharks versus jets kind of moment. I very specifically, when the 2 groups met for the first time, I felt that tension, and I actually really was like, I don't want to play into that, because why would I want half these girls to start as my enemy when I haven't even met them yet, you know?
Now, I've got to be honest, choreographing 16 queens sounds like an extremely daunting task.
It was hard enough when it was 8 of them.
Right.
And now there's twice as many.
Good with math. Good with math.
Yeah.
And now, they've got all the choreography worked out. Next day, now, this is tricky. As we know, we don't have as much time as people think there is. And I'm curious, do you think being quick is helpful here? Do you think it's important to be fast? To know your own face, to know what you can pull out of your ass in a short period of time?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, don't you? I mean, I think like you just sort of lay it out on the right?
Yeah.
Your process?
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't blend, so that cuts down my time in half. How do you feel about getting ready quickly?
I don't like having to get ready quickly. I think it's pretty much well known within the sisterhood that I'm not one of the fastest painters. However, I was on the same season as Alyssa Edwards, so I never really had to worry about it.
Do you think this is gonna help or hurt the twins? Because as you see, it takes a minute for them to get ready. They said that if they had all day to get ready, it would take all day.
Well, drag queens are like a gas that way. We'll fill whatever container you put us in. So you give us 40 minutes to get ready, we'll find a way. You give us 4 hours to get ready, we'll take every last minute of that 4 hours.
The last thing I want to do is look at myself for 4 hours. I can't be bothered. I like to get it in, get it out, but I feel the same way about sex. Do it, pop, go, moving on.
Bianca, none of us want to look at you for 4 hours.
Moving on. So all that time, all that energy, 16 queens bickering and fighting, what did you think of the outcome of the big opening number?
Well, I felt like everyone walked into their places at the right times, hit their marks when they were supposed to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Great.
it was a great non-musical marching band.
It was a promenade.
Great. And completely unnecessary. I said it! It's unnecessary.
Listen,
I
if you can't follow a simple 8-count step touch, you got no business being here.
Agreed.
Turn, kick, turn. 1, 2, 3, kick, turn. Keep it sassy, keep it classy.
Keep it gay. Now we have to see all 16 contestants perform their talent. Now this is where we divide the group for sure. Who stood out for you? Dela?
For me, it was Anitra and Jinkx, absolutely. Anitra's, first of all, dance skills were incredible. I mean, she's doing a lot of the movement that we see done a lot, but she's doing it in a way that makes me excited to see it, as if I've never seen a split before.
And also, I thought with the wood chopping, it's like elevating, like, I didn't expect that.
But it also doesn't seem tagged on. Like,
No!
it feels all like part of the same performance in a really cool way.
You know, I want to see people show off something that's unique and that they can actually execute in a way that's worth the time spent on it.
Effortlessly. I mean,
Effortless.
wha-bam! I mean, not gonna lie and toot my own horn, but she was using my choreography. Your thoughts on Marcia?
Okay, again.
Talk to me.
So we've seen a lot of dance numbers.
Yes.
Some successful and Coco Montrese's. And I love you, Coco. Coco's my sister. That was an easy swing. I'm sorry. I
Don't
love
cut
you,
that.
Coco. If you're gonna go for something that we've seen before,
Yeah.
you better be able to really back it up with some talent. And I think Marcia did that.
And I mean, we cannot go through this without discussing Jinkx jumping rope with her hair.
It was so fun and so fresh feeling and really like simple but ingenious.
Yeah.
I think Jinkx proved that she's someone to watch out for.
Yeah.
That is drag. Combining a real skill and talent with something you just wouldn't have expected. I just love it. That's brilliant.
Loved it, loved it, loved it. Now, did you notice anybody like struggling through the performances?
Oh, I feel bad for Lucy because I can tell she has musicality. It's not like she doesn't know what she's doing.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry. If my first task on Drag Race was to sing in front of someone like Ariana Grande, who has one of the most perfect singing voices, one of the most skilled, I mean, she's just got talent coming out of that teeny tiny body of hers up the wazoo, my wazoo.
Yeah, okay, we get the point. Can you just...
Weekly. But the point is, I think she does know what she's doing as a singer. This just was an off day.
Listen, my singing voice, like a nightingale. Throw Ariana into the mix, oh.
Challenging, yeah.
Like a grackle.
I really felt like, similarly, Irene had something that I was really interested in when it started, but it didn't work out. But I still want to see the version that is her full version.
It was very funny to start with, but there was no punchline. But we have to talk about the one number that was really kind of like off-putting, which was the Lisa Stansfield, Been Around the World, Where's My Baby moment.
Amethyst. And I had very high hopes for Amethyst. It's not a terrible idea.
No.
It's a good idea.
I've seen it executed much better. I did not think it had the punch that it could have had. You know? There's something you want to say?
No, I'm just interested. Nope.
And now the queens walk their first runway of the season, and it's entitled, Who is She? Let's begin. Let's talk looks. First up, Miss Irene Dubois.
Not my favorite of the night, but definitely well executed.
Dela.
Yeah, I don't have a strong opinion one way or another. I think it's well done, and it didn't blow my mind.
Got it. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Next up, we have Miss Luxe Noir London.
I really enjoy this look.
Me too. This is something that really speaks to my aesthetic.
You know, I always like when a garment has the motion of walking the runway in mind.
Yeah. Also, the color combination is gorgeous.
Gorgeous color.
Gorgeous color combination. I do love it. Next, we have Miss Aura Mayari.
And I've got to say, I mean, I really like her. I find her very fun to watch on television.
Yeah.
But both her talent and this runway both just kind of fade into the background for me.
But her face is absolutely
Beautiful.
Stunning.
Beautiful face. Next, we have Marsha.
Whereas I was very impressed with her entrance look.
Uh-huh.
The runway look kind of just seems like a replay of the entrance.
Yeah, and if this runway is really to tell us who the queens are,
Who is she?
I'm not certain I know yet.
I'm seeing off the rack. That's what I'm seeing. Yeah. Next up, our favorite from the talent competition, Miss Anitra.
I'm not sure what the extra black fabric is doing.
It looks like it's a cape little scenario. It's a little drapey piece. If she didn't have it, you'd say, oh, it's just a bodysuit.
But, you know, it's one of those things where she was so gosh darn talented, who gives a what she wears on the runway.
Next up is Miss Malaysia Baby Doll Fox.
Again, she's just delivering such an amazing look.
I think it's a great look. I love the sparkle of it. I like the sheen of it. I love that it's proportionate.
And she's got a clear style and a clear voice that we already have throughout the episode.
Yeah. Next up is Princess Poppy.
Now, my only problem
It's the
with
bow.
this look.
Is it the bow?
No, my only problem with this look is she called it irreverent.
Talk to me. What is irreverent?
I know what irreverent means. I'm just wondering if she does.
Well, it's just the opposite of reverend. She's not revering anything, so I guess technically she's right.
Next up is Miss Sasha Colby. Here we go. Art Deco, come to life. Red and black, great color combination. Beaded fringe.
It's the perfect first runway.
Yeah. Next up, Selena S. Titties. Your thoughts?
Well, I love the pants. I love the pants.
Yeah. I hate the hat.
I mean, it's kind of the same as with Marsha.
Got it. Yeah, so far it's one note, and we're hoping that it plays a whole symphony.
But STDs.
STDs. Next up, Miss Amethyst. Your thoughts, Dela?
I really enjoyed the bows on the back of the boots.
Uh-huh.
But I feel like I've seen similar things on this runway.
Yeah.
I like this look. Again, it's not my aesthetic, but I get what the aesthetic is, and I think she's accomplishing it.
For me, overall, it's not my favorite look. But I have to say the wig, pigtails are very hard to do, and the pigtails look nice. Next up is Jumpin' Jinkx. So here is Jinkx.
You know, I like the look a lot when she's got the coat up.
Uh-huh.
When the coat's down, it kind of just, it doesn't tell the same story.
Lucy LaDuca, what do you think?
That silhouette is just
stacked.
Oh gosh. I mean, I love a fishtail. I'm a huge fan of a fishtail gown. I don't love a shoulder fin pad moment. That's not a thing that I'm a fan of, but I think she's doing it really well.
I think this is a really great first runway for her.
Not bad. Next up, we have Mistress Isabel Brooks.
I love this.
Is this more Best Little Whorehouse in Texas or Madonna music era?
Whorehouse, she did it first. The fringe, the beading, the sparkle. It looks like I am in a costume, which is what I like.
It's about that attention to detail.
Yeah,
Again.
cute as Miss Isabel. Next up, Robin Fierce.
I like this color a lot. I like the silhouette because I'm a fan of like the skirt over the panted thing. I like this. I like it. I like it.
Do you like it?
I do.
Dela? Great. Next. Next up, Jinkx's TikTok gals.
Oh my God.
Sugar. Initial thoughts?
I love it.
You love it.
I really love it.
It's like, you know, the sexy Halloween costumes, but done well, like how you'd want to see them.
And I love the hair.
I mean, stunning. So this is Spice. This is Spice here giving her aerial illusion.
And you know what I gotta say that I like about this?
Tell me.
Is she showed us in the first episode, she's Spice, she's the punky one, she's the gothy one, she's the one who comes out of the coffin.
Yeah.
But if she wants to be a Disney princess, damn it, she can be a Disney princess.
I think it's really done well, and I think even though it is a Beauty and the Beast and a Little Mermaid moment, they did elevate it, they did make it drag, they did make it a show-stopping piece without being literal. And I think they both look amazingly
And
gorgeous.
they both work, even if we didn't know the reference.
True. So we have seen 16 looks from 16 queens in this premiere episode. Who is your favorite look?
This feels controversial. I wouldn't have expected it. It's a tie between Sugar and Spice.
A tie between the two.
I love their looks.
A tie between the two.
The twins,
Wow.
they did it for me.
For me,
Yeah.
it's a toss-up between
Yeah.
Spice
Uh-huh.
and Sasha Colby this evening.
I cannot believe I'm gonna say this early. I was gonna say the twins. I was gonna say, I don't know. You know, I love a theme.
I would wear either of those. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe as a glove, but
Yeah.
One on each hand.
Uh-huh. The question now is, who do you think needed some tweaks?
Mrs. Stitties, if you wear a hat again, let's talk about hats.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'll say.
Now, after the judges' critiques, we found out that our winner is Anitra. Can we all agree?
yes.
That was,
Absolutely.
I agree. She was it. She was top. I think the right queen won for the talent competition. So, Anitra, yes, 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 yes.
Brava.
We love it. Now, do you think that first win for Anitra is gonna give her a confidence boost going into the next episode?
Well, I hope so. I think she should feel confident right now. I think she's really made a great impression on this first episode.
And sadly, the bottom two was Irene and Amethyst. Do you think right girl's there?
I'm gonna say that maybe I would have swapped out Amethyst with Lucy LaDuca. But I know you're just gonna say that I'm partial to Amethyst.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it was the right bottom two.
Agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now they have to lip sync to 7 rings in front of Ariana Grande. Ha! Ha ha!
It does kind of seem
Yeah.
hard to tell in this lip sync
Yeah.
who's dominating, especially in the first half of it. You know, I think they both are really bringing a lot to it. But
Two
then
different styles.
about halfway through, I feel like Amethyst does take the edge.
To see little Amethyst come on through and kind of change the game.
It did, I mean, Amethyst did, she sort of pulled ahead halfway through the song, as you said. I really loved Irene's lip work.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So Amethyst is pronounced the winner of the lip sync. Do you agree?
I think it could have gone either way. I'm fine with it. Sure.
So this means that Irene is the first queen of season 15 to go home. Sashaying away. Over.
Well, she's not going home empty-handed because she has $2,500.
Yeah.
She made, I think, a lasting impression.
I think so.
Did she make Seattle proud?
I think so. She was charming. She was delightful. She got some zingers in.
Yes.
You know, and
Certainly wasn't forgettable.
you know, no risk, no reward. You know, maybe her talent didn't pay off, but we'll all be talking about the queen who made a glass of ice water as a talent for forever.
Sure.
A talent they can't do in the UK because they don't have any ice.
There is no ice. No ice anywhere.
Sorry, honey. My husband's British, you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm basically bilingual.
Well, after 52 hours of our first episode, I must say it is a packed premiere. Jinkx and Dela, I must ask, who are your early favorites that you could see going all the way?
I feel like Sasha Colby.
Sasha,
Okay.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that Anitra has now proved herself to be a very strong competitor
Yes.
right out of the gate.
Front runner right away. Sugar and Spice. very captivating. And you know, let's not count out, I'm sorry, but let's not count out Princess Poppy. I think she's got exciting things up her sleeve.
I'm gonna hold you to
that tumor of a sleeve.
Jinkx Monsoon and BenDeLaCreme, thank you for joining me for this premiere episode of The Pit Stop. I can't think of a better way to start the season than to have the two of you.
Well, it was an absolute delight being here with you, Bianca, and I can't wait to watch you get progressively nastier as the Pit Stop season goes on.
It's episode 1. I've got to be nice to start.
You're already yelling at people.
I am not yelling at people.
Why?
Now you upset Dayla.
Like that.
And thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. And thank you. And thank you for watching The Pit Stop. I'll be hosting next week where we review another episode of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 15. See you soon. Bye.
You know, it's a bad point in the day when your hair starts sticking to your stubble.
Lux Noir London.
Oh, hey, everybody, it's Michelle Visage. Do you want Emmy-nominated gay? Well, then subscribe to RuPaul's Drag Race on YouTube.